Study a new language, college or technical education, study for the rest of your life. Education has been changing during the last years as a consequence of the different emerging technologies and options to get an education based on lower prices, where different companies are looking to change the actual model of technical and professional ways to get knowledge. Added to this with new technologies like social media, streaming platforms that have been appearing during the last 2 decades, like Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, etc. The value and importance of education have been changing, especially in the teenage generation. Found that near 85% of teens use this kind of platforms to consume content. So, with these options to get knowledge using different methodologies and content related to different fields and topics, there are some people that put limits on their minds to learn something new or increase their knowledge in different fields. Added to this, people sometimes complain about they don't have opportunities or easy access to education. On the other hand, other people say that a college education not is an option for them. Or even in some cases, people say that technical education is enough and the university education belongs to the past of the century or vice versa. So maybe that kind of things are going to increase your salary. Maybe you are going to expand your boundaries. Maybe you are going to have the opportunity to meet new people. Or only maybe you are not ready for that. Yes, the reality nowadays is that we not only need to learn new language or new things. With the new technologies that have been emerging, exist two trends among teenagers that are: the first one, study and increase their knowledge and expand their limits in different contexts. The second one is like get stuck for the rest of their lives and complain that the opportunities are not enough. So, for example, here in Latam, the problem continues happening. That is a reality based on the social context. However, the reality is education, as we saw, has been changing and have an evolution during the last years. For example, in USA since 2000, the enrollment for college was 11 million people, and in 2020 was 14 million people, and the forecast for 2029 is 14.89 million of people that going to enroll to the university. Maybe more, maybe less, we don't know. But as we can see, the percentage of education generally grow. Also, based on the UNESCO report, generally around the world, the education has been increasing in the different countries and also in the different continents. So, added to this, there are different platforms like Platzi, Coursera, Udemy, between others, that look up for bringing courses and schools that can be useful for people, explaining the most and recently important topics, technologies, and different kind of things related to the recently industry for an affordable price. Also, with all these options to get knowledge for an affordable price, there are some people that says, okay, if I get technical education, it's okay for me, it is enough. Or also the people that study at college says, oh no, technical education not is for me, I have the money, I can pay for this. But nowadays it is important that you can have the knowledge and get the knowledge to constantly be learning or constantly learn new things, learn about different fields, different topics, different careers. And that is really important because the world is constantly changing and we have to be part of that change and also adapt our minds and our abilities to the new technologies, the new trends. So that is really important. And also there are some people that only have technical studies that says, no, the college education is a thing of the past century, that is an old thing, that is not necessary. But that is a lie, because at the university you can get different kind of knowledge and also different subjects that maybe one of them not are going to be useful, but some other of them are going to be really useful to maybe in the future solve some technical problems or environmental problems. As you know, with all the problems that we have nowadays and the new technologies, there are there are many problems that are going to exist. There are some problems that already exist, and we need people that can fix and help with that problems. For that is necessary, if you had access, or if you had access to college education, complement that education with technical education, different courses, and learning about different topics and fields. And also, if you only have technical education, try to look for the opportunity to get a career at the university, because that kind of knowledge also it is important. Because I think, and that is the reality, that kind of knowledge, technical and professional knowledge, there are a complement. Technical knowledge need university knowledge or professional knowledge, and vice versa. So they are a complement and they need them. As we mentioned, there are a lot of people nowadays that were having or are trying to have education access. The access to education has been increasing. More people want to enroll to different universities, and not only universities, to different platforms that can help them to learn about new topics and new fields. Also, on the other hand, it's important you don't criticize other kinds of education, because if you think all those options are complement between them, so you have to start with one of them and increase your knowledge, begin your career and get confidence related to a specific or different topics. And in that path, if you have the opportunity, choose one or several other options to continue learning and constantly increasing the things that you know. Last but not least, we talk about the importance not only of education, but also you need to have the mindset. If you want to learn something new, in that process you are going to have mistakes, but that is a path you need to follow if you want to reach your goals and make your dreams come true. And remember, never stop learning, and day by day continuing increasing your knowledge. Thank you.